Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and a brand new deal has dropped in the store all of a sudden today at around 9 p.m. And I got a flood of messages from people asking me about it, asking me to evaluate it. So I wanted to make a video evaluating it. Now, obviously, some people are going to question why I'm talking about sales at all in Marvel Future Fight because I've been such a salty boy recently, but I can separate my personal feelings about the game and maybe how I feel as a 5-year veteran from what I can judge as objectively, well, within the context of a mobile game, objectively good or objectively bad deals for you to purchase. And especially with this new sale, this S.H.I.E.L.D. level 70 achievement pack, it's very interesting because this is the first time ever, I believe, that they've actually sold items like this in the shop for gold. Now, they've had gold events, they've had gold boxes that you can buy, you know, gold spending items, but never anything like this. So my camera's actually covering a little bit of it, but it's 200 energy, 200 clear tickets, 100 hidden tickets, 100 boost points, and 100 biometrics for 1 million gold. Now, currently, they've posted in the forums that there is a bug saying that it's purchased if you have less than 1 million gold. I have 386 million gold, so I don't worry about that. But if it says for you that it's purchased, that's just a visual bug because you don't have enough gold. So just grind up enough gold, and once you hit 1 million, it should pop up. So I don't really have to talk too much about this first sale on the left here. I think this is a steal. For 1 million gold, this is fantastic. I don't care if you're a day 1 player or you're a day like 1,000 player. This is just an amazing deal, and I'm gonna purchase it right now to show you what happens when you purchase it. So you purchase it, these items will be claimable in your inbox. They do not get immediately used, which is really nice. Wait, where are they? Okay, so there you go. You can see the biometrics are there with a 59-day expiry. The 100 boost points are there with the 100-day expiry. It seems like the energy, you know what? The energy and the clear tickets and the hidden tickets got automatically applied. Okay, but the most important thing is the boost points. The boost points did not get automatically applied. So the energy, you could make a little bit better use out of your energy and then purchase that for 1 million gold. But the nice thing is you have 59 days to use the boost points. It's only 100 boost points, so it's not like you need to hold on to it for 59 days. But I would highly recommend, if you want to know what to do, if you want the most amount of gold back, is pop those 100 boost points and then go and run the Fate of the Universe missions, then go and run the Doomsday missions, and then go and run the Dark Dimension missions. That would be the best way to spend your boost points to get the maximum amount of gold. So the other thing here, the other question now is the other sale. And the other sale is obviously a little bit more interesting and a little bit more complicated because it costs real money. It costs $50 US or $70 Canadian. It's pretty expensive for a regular purchase. Obviously, if you're not a regular spender in mobile games, this looks insane to you or outrageous. But for people that regularly spend in mobile games, this is a different story. You know, you can see this as, you know, you go to the movies and it's $15 for a ticket, depending on where you live, obviously. But for me, it's like almost $15 for one ticket. So if I want to take a date or if I want to take a friend, it's now $30, right? If I'm paying, for example. And then we want to get popcorn. That's another $10, $15. So suddenly we're close to $50 already, and that's a 2-hour movie. Anyways, I don't want to get into this whole thing about justifying in-app and mobile game purchases. You make the decision for yourself whether you want to spend in a game or not. So I'm not really advocating for, you know, not spending in a game versus spending in a game. This also doesn't mean that I'm boycotting or not boycotting Marvel Future Fight. I never said I was boycotting Marvel Future Fight. I mean, I threw the word around a little bit because I said, you know, if you want to call this a boycott, if you think that I'm boycotting, but I'm not going around telling people to boycott. I'm not going around boycotting or telling people that I'm boycotting. Definitely not the impression that I'm trying to give. I am very unhappy with the game, and I let you guys know that in several videos. But if you still want to support the game, that's fantastic. That's great. It's your choice. I never tell people what to do with their money, and it's you know, 100% your decision. And I don't think the game is going to suffer. Right? If people buy this pack, I don't think that Marvel's going to be like, oh, let's be evil. That's just really not how it works. Okay, so as far as this pack goes, I think the deal is very good, and the reason why, I'll give you an explanation here for why the pack is very good value. So right away, you get 10 million gold. We're not gonna talk about the 2 items in the middle, but you get 10 million gold and 5,500 crystals for $70. Now we have to sort of equate that to something that I can purchase myself. So you can see there for $70, I can get the offer for agents number 3. So there we lose 700 crystals. And we lose, what is this, 400 bios? I don't even care about the Norn stones. So for 400 bios and 700 crystals, you get 10 million gold. Is that good? Yeah, that's amazing. That's actually really good, especially with Silver Surfer right around the corner, especially with the epic quest that just happened where you have to rank up BAM, right? Rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, rank 4, rank 5, rank 6, BAM, Black Antimatter. That costs a lot of gold. So for those of you that are depleted on gold, 10 million gold is not a small amount. That's like 1/6 of the way to maxing out your Silver Surfer. So that's juicy. I would definitely trade 700 crystals. If there was a sale for 10 million gold and I didn't have gold, I would buy that with 700 crystals. So right away you can look at that as a decent value. If this only had 5,500 crystals and 10 million gold, I would say it's kind of greedy. It's not really quite spicy enough, but some people will still buy it. However, they went extra on the spicy. They slammed the spicy all over this deal. You get a mega tier 2 ticket. Now, a Mega Tier 2 ticket at the absolute best value, so the absolute best value in the game for the Mega Tier 2 ticket is 4,100 crystals. I don't know where they're selling it right now, but they do those tiered sales where you spend 8,200 crystals and then you get back 4,200 crystals or 4,100 crystals at the end. So that one, it basically means that this costs 4,000 crystals. So even if we deduct that down to 3,000 crystals, just to be fair, we're now up to 8,500 crystals worth of value, plus the 700, right? And then we have a CTP selector. Now, the CTP selector presumably will be the same CTP selector that you get for the other CTPs. It's weird because it has the CTP of Greed on it, but I'm not sure. Maybe you can select the CTP of Greed. You know what? The thing is, you immediately compare these to the legendary battles where you get CTP selectors, right? And there's a CTP selector here. But see, this one has a CTP of Energy on it. So you know what? Yeah. So here's the thing. This one has a CTP of Energy logo on it, which means that you can select all of the CTPs except for Greed, Insight, and Judgment. You don't want to select Judgment anyways, but yeah. So what that means, the fact that they have different icons means that this one does include the CTP of Greed and the CTP of Judgment and the CTP of Insight. So it includes all of them. So yeah, that makes it even more valuable than it already was. Now, I don't recommend getting an Insight or a Judgment. I would say the only 3 CTPs you should select from this are either Regen, Rage, or Greed. Obviously, the first and the last one, Greed and Regen, are for PvP, and then Rage is for PvE. A lot of people are immediately going to compare this deal to what I just showed you, the Legendary Battle, because for 2,500 crystals, you can buy the Spider-Man Legendary Battle, and it's very easy to get Spider-Man to Type 3 enhancement, and then you can get one. However, if you did want a Greed or an Insight or a Judgment, then this is not equal value for you. So I actually do think that although this one costs 2,500 crystals, as you can see here, I think the one in the shop is actually worth closer to 3,000 crystals or maybe more. You could argue that it's worth up to 6,750 crystals because that's how much it costs to do a 10 spin in the shop, or maybe it's 7,400. That's how much it costs to do a 10 spin in the shop to get the guaranteed one, the pity timer one. However, you could also say that it's less value now because we have pity timers. So it's an interesting thing, but still, I have to say overall the value is overwhelming. The value itself is overwhelming. I think the only thing that's going to matter for you is where you are in the game. So the value, just objectively, the value is very, very good. It's a very good deal. It's going to give you a lot of progress. It's going to allow you to Mega Tier 2 Phi-Level or Mega Tier 2 Mystique or something like that. Like, you could buy that for $70. You could Mega Tier 2 Mystique, still have 3,000 crystals left over for 2 or 3 uniforms, and you could give a CTP of Rage or whatever you want to Mystique, and you'd have 10 million gold. So you can basically almost fully max out a character from 0 to Tier 2 plus a CTP of your choosing. Obviously the 10 million gold might not cover an ISO 8 set and Urus and things like that, but it's pretty huge. It is pretty huge. I would love to see them do more sales like this. I love the sales for gold because those are great for free-to-play players. I love those sales. They definitely need to do more of these over here, which is why I was so hyped to just show you guys and buy it, because I really support stuff like this. They should do more things where you can trade in gold, or you can trade in like 1,000 energy, or you can trade in like 1,000 clear tickets and get something else. I think that kind of stuff is really interesting, and it really shows that they're trying to be creative. And then on the other side over there, I would love to see them do something else where instead of giving you this and this, they give you like a whole bunch of one kind of tier 3 material. I really think that if Marvel Future Fight wants to monetize this game more and wants to monetize this game in a more effective way, that they should give us more choice in where we spend our money. Because right now, if you want tier 3 materials, oftentimes you have to look at really ugly sales like this, where you're buying things that you don't necessarily need. A lot of veterans have way too much Cosmic Cube fragments because we were running through World Boss, stage 50, 60, 70, 80, so our conquest level was going up, so we kept getting those 50 CCF rewards. A lot of veterans have too much CCF and not enough of everything else, right? I'm overflowing on CCF. I got almost more CCF than I do Essence of Dimension. That's crazy. So I would, you know, even if I wasn't a content creator, I might be interested in spending $40, $50 to just get, you know, of some crystals, like 1,000, 2,000 crystals, and a whole bunch of this, or a whole bunch of this. Now, I've also made it clear in several videos that they need to improve the drop rates for certain items, like Essence of Dimension and Titan component packs. But because we're talking about sales, I'm just talking about sales here. I'm not saying that they should only provide sales and that they should not buff the in-game rewards. They should do both, right? So objectively, this is a good deal. I really can't say it much simpler than that. However, I don't think you should just buy it because I'm saying it's a good deal. You should still make your own decision, and you should still ask yourself, how am I going to use this? If you don't have a reason to use it, if you sit there and think for 5 minutes while you're on the toilet watching this video, you sit and think there for 10 minutes and you can't think of an answer, then maybe you shouldn't buy this, right? But that's just a money talk you have to have with yourself, that you have about everything, right? Do I need this new pair of shoes? Do I need this thing? Do I need a new controller? Whatever. You know what I mean? We do this with everything in life. It's not just with video games, but you should still do it with stuff like this, regardless of what me or anyone else thinks about the sale. Obviously, where you are with your account is the most important thing, right? If you have an account like mine, I don't need this. I'm not going to buy this, right? It would be cute to buy it. It would be kind of cool to buy it and you know, whatever. But no, I'm not going to. I'm not going to buy it. I have reservations about the game that make me, you know, concerned, and that's why I'm not buying it. But also, even if I didn't have reservations about the game, I really don't need it. I don't need the Mega Tier 2 ticket because we've gotten some recently, and I've stockpiled them. And you guys know I gambled a lot in the past, so I have a metric shit ton of CTPs. So I've been lucky with luck with gambling, so I really don't. But man, for an up and coming account, like if you've been playing this game for like a year and a half, if I had this deal like 2 years ago, man, I would have jumped all over that. That would have been sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have saved myself tens of thousands of crystals because I could have gotten one of these, and then that was one less rage that I would have to gamble for, right? You see what I'm saying? And that was even before the pity system. So yeah, I wanted to make this video. I wanted to talk to you guys about this, and I also wanted to encourage Netmarble Monster to do more of these gold type sales, do more creative types of sales. You know, obviously the creativity has to come everywhere. We need creativity in game modes, we need creativity in character reworks, and we need creativity in challenges and reward buffs for different content. You know, give more rewards in Danger Room, give more rewards in Giant Boss Raid, and all these stuff. But this is also really good, and I'm not going to not praise them for doing something right just because I'm upset with other things that I think they're doing wrong. So there's my impartial take. Let me know what you guys think of the S.H.I.E.L.D. level 70 achievement pack. Obviously, if you can't get to level 70 of your S.H.I.E.L.D. level, you can't buy this, but don't rush because it seems like it's not going to be a limited thing. I probably should have said this at the beginning of the video, but yeah, it's not a limited event. If you go over here, you can see that it says sales schedule will be on sale until further notice. So I don't think you have to rush or panic to try to get to S.H.I.E.L.D. level 70. By the way, S.H.I.E.L.D. level 70 is your account level. Right there, S.H.I.E.L.D. level 70 under my age, above my agent level. So that's just your account level that you get from doing things, donating to your alliance, you know, just playing the game. You'll get there pretty quickly. It doesn't take that long. So hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.